Good morning. It is Sunday. It's time for church. I'm really early. It's 8:50. Church doesn't start until 10. I have my food, but I'm just gonna go early. How are you doing? Excuse me. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And it looks like you're doing well too. You're just so beautiful or handsome. It's a gloomy, rainy day in Atlanta, but I am so obsessed with these kind of days. This type of weather reminds me to slow down, slow my thoughts down, focus, relax though. And it gives me just a feeling of peace and calmness. It does. And really, I don't have too much to do today. I have church and I'm on my way. When I come back, my groceries should have been delivered. And somebody's trying to call me. Yeah, so my groceries should be delivered by the time I get back. And I have to do my 15 ab rollers tomorrow. We start 20, a rep count of 20. I'm glad it's a short month. Anyway. And then at 4 o'clock, I go live to do a workout. Haven't decided if we're gonna do cardio or just work legs or arms. I haven't decided yet. And once I'm done, I'm gonna shower, eat my meals, and the movie on Netflix, You, is in its 3rd or 4th season. I can't remember, but I need to watch the new season because I love that show, You. Y-O-U, You. Such a fan. And that's really it. Once I take my shower, after I'm done working out with you guys, I'm just gonna do, absolutely nothing. I've already cleaned up several times. And I did a few projects in the house yesterday. I'm happy with that, the outcome. I worked on my prayer board this morning. It's a day to relax, for real. And to relax my mind. That's the biggest thing. So, yeah. I'm so full. This prep has been, thus far, totally different. Normally, I would be struggling with cravings and stuff, and I haven't. Actually, the opposite has been happening. I have been struggling to eat. Oh, I forgot I got those doggone waters back there. Yeah, but I have just been struggling to eat. I haven't really had an appetite for close to 2 weeks now, so that's a good and bad thing. But as far as prep, I think the only cheat I have is coffee. And I'm allowed coffee. But yeah. So I'm meeting all of my goals. My trainer is satisfied. I need to go ahead and put these windshield wipers on, you guys, but they are so hard to put on. Anyway, so my trainer is satisfied with what my body looks like, and he just wants me to be patient and just to focus on my food. I pretty much had a little bit of a meltdown in the gym about a week or so ago. I just was struggling with, why am I not seeing the results, right? And so my trainer basically had to tell me, shut up, stop being a baby, stop being a spoiled brat. And I was like, but it's true. Sometimes I get into my own head and I think that things should go my way, in a particular type of way, right? And I've pretty much been that way my entire life. I never left room for adversity. I've never left room for a plateau. I've never left room for hiccups and things of that nature. So when things don't go my way, I pretty much stomp my feet. And I want to know why. And I want change, and I want change right now. I think it's a part of the only child syndrome, which I am. But I'm an adult, right? Not to mention, this week, I didn't get any carbs. No carbs, except for the little bit of carbs that are in vegetables. But I didn't get any rice cake or anything like that. So sometimes, that's why I always say, when people say, oh, Mayya, you're a personal trainer, what should I eat, right? First of all, I'm a personal trainer, not a nutritionist. But I do know a little bit about food. And they say, and I always ask, what are you currently eating? What does your diet look like? And they always say, oh, I'm about to cut carbs out. And I always say, why? And they look at me. And I'm like, you're not prepping for a show. You need carbs for brain function. You need carbs. Carbs are okay. Carbs are your friend, right? And I really like to stay away from good and bad carbs, because food is food. Food is good for you. Food is good, but it's in excess is what's not so good for you. But I mean, there are healthy carbs and non-healthy carbs, right? Potatoes are healthy carbs, white and sweet potato. Quinoa, oatmeal, right? Rice, white and brown. Bread is a good carb, or a healthy carb, white and brown. The thing about it is, everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. So when I'm prescribed bread, which is slim, I normally have to get that, what do you call that dark bread? Not pumpernickel bread, but It's the bread that's always kept in the frozen department. It's the I want to call it the challah bread, but it's not challah bread. It's the bread that has scripture all over it. It's the holy bread. But you cannot keep it out. If you keep it out of the refrigerator or out of the freezer, it will mold like that. So you have to keep it frozen. I like to, when I'm prescribed that bread, I like to keep it in the freezer. And then he normally gives me one piece, right? And I put it in the air fryer. But yeah, so I really can't believe all month he has given me shrimp. I still am jaw-dropped about that. But I understand why. It's because, did I tell you guys a story about when I started prepping? No, I was prepping for this past September show, but I started prepping a whole year out. Oh my goodness. And when I started, I was at 180 pounds. 179.9 to be specific, to be exact. And it took me a whole doggone year to lose about, okay, so I went from 180. I didn't do this show in September. We've already had that conversation. I don't have to talk about that, right? Show day, I was 136. So you do the math as to how much weight I lost. A little bit more than 40 pounds. It took me a year. So back to the reason why he let me have shrimp this time is because he wanted to see after the show that I didn't do how well I will maintain my weight. Not at 136, but just maintain a healthy weight, because he really didn't want me, and I've mentioned this to you guys before, he really didn't want me to gain any more than like 15 pounds. Okay? So right after the competition that I didn't do, I went on a cruise. But I did really well on that cruise because I worked out. Okay, it was a 5-day cruise. I worked out 3 or 4 days. It's a gym on the cruise. I did work out. I abused the salad. I abused watermelon. I stayed away from just foods that meant me no good, right? Drank a lot of coffee, a lot of water. But yeah, so I gained about, not just from the cruise, just from September to about December, about 16, 17 pounds. Because my healthy weight is about 150. That's a healthy weight for me. And it's a manageable and a maintainable weight for me. Right now I'm at 144. And if we're looking at my weight being about 136 for this next show, which is not until the end of May, I mean, that's less than 10 pounds. That's what, 8 pounds? I can lose 8 pounds between then and now and then. But it's not so much about focusing on weight loss. For me, it's about muscle building. That's what this is about, muscle building. And fat loss, because I keep a lot of the fat in my glutes and in my thighs, so we're really focusing on that. And at the same time, I have to remember I'm still rehabbing this foot, and so it's a lot of factors. So back to the shrimp and why he gave me the shrimp. he sees that I did not just balloon my weight all the way back to the 180 the way I used to be, right? Because he was really concerned when I broke my foot in the beginning of November. He was just like, oh, Mayya has an injury, and normally when you have an injury, you self-wallow in your pity, right? And you eat. I mean, I ate, but because I couldn't move and I was immobile, I had to depend on my husband to bring me all my food. So he bought what was on my plan, and we was able to kind of, you know, I was able to cheat some here and there, but not like how it used to be. So the shrimp all this month is just a reward, and I am thankful. I know when he sent me that plan, I had to text him and say, is this an error? Like, I just needed to make sure that this was right. Because your girl was excited. So yeah. So anyway, I am thankful. And plus, I think it's in my head now how to maintain my weight. It's in my head now. It's solid. It's not always about I have the freedom to eat whatever I want. I have the freedom to do what I want. Yeah, you can, but it comes with consequences, negative consequences that I'm not with, right? So yeah, it's about being cognizant. So, all right, you guys, I ain't talking about nothing. But come on back later, because we're going to do this workout. I'm leaning towards some cardio. We will see. Yeah, so 4 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time. We go for normally about 20 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm excited. But I want you guys to really have an awesome day in spite of what your exterior circumstances look like, and I can attest to that. We have to push and continue to push and push each other, and edify each other, and love on each other, and leave the foolishness and the fluff alone, as we don't have time for that. Remember your goals. Focus on your goals. Be around like-minded people. Stay away from those people who have nothing to lose, because you have everything to lose, right? So, I love you guys so, so much. I am here at the Good Church House. I'm pulling up right now. I am like 52 minutes early. So I am just going to sit in the parking spot and just chillax until it's time to walk in. So I will see you guys this afternoon. And once again, I love you. I'll talk to you later.